finesse the source. I master the course, and I'm still alive, man. Jesus walks. What's good, people? Myself, Man Like Rage, back with another episode for you lot, back with another video. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, support your boy. You gotta be in it to win it. Let's get it. All right, so this is something that is like, it's not new to the scene, innit? Over the past however many years you want to go back, yeah, because this is something that's been going on for years upon years upon years. And it's like, when does everyone learn? When do men learn? You know what I'm saying? Because we are the ones that we get attacked. You know what I'm saying? Like, it happens to us, innit? It don't usually happen. Very, 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 very low percentage of stories come out where you hear about a man saying a woman has done this or done that, rare tear tear. And it probably happens a lot more than is brought to social media, but because it's men, they don't do it. You know what I'm saying? Or they just don't lie about it either. But on the flip side, as of lately anyway, we've had more stories that have popped up within the scene about men essaying women and getting charges pressed against them, being arrested. And when it happens to you and you're at a certain level in your life, in your career, it gets plastered all over social media. So we are going to see it everywhere. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, it's the same story over and over and over again. And it's always successful men. A lot of successful men get accused of this. Because it's not being looked at as like, how can I explain this? Like, well, from how it looks to me anyway, because a lot of the time when these allegations are getting made, is like they want to sue and get money. So it's like, is it justice that's about to be served, or is it just a paycheck? And then it makes you start looking at the genuicity. I don't know if that's actually a word, but I'm going to use it. It makes you look at how genuine it is. Like, did this really happen? Does that make sense, what I'm explaining? Like, because how comes something like this happens, and instead of you just wanting justice, because I saw a case where it was just like they just wanted money. They just wanted to fine or sue, I should say, and get a certain amount of money, rare tear tear tear, and then it's okay. They can close the case on all of these things. So it's like, men need to start understanding that when you get to a certain level in your career, you have to be very, very careful with what you're doing. Have self-control, who you're being around. And it is so crazy because I was listening to a song the other day, and the guy was rapping, and he was saying when he has encounters with certain women, he has to make sure he secretly films it so he doesn't later on get arrested and get sent to jail, to show that it was genuine and consensual. And it's so crazy that we're at a time where that's how men have to think now. Like, you can't just have a genuine encounter with someone and think you're going to be okay, because years down the line, like, you lot might not speak anymore, or you might still even speak, and your career is going off to new heights, and everyone can see you're making money, because sometimes it just shows, isn't it? Like the car you drive, the clothes you wear, the holidays you take, the people you're around, they just know that you're in a different level, a different bag. And now you're being looked at as an opportunity. You're being looked at as they're looking at you and seeing pound signs. They're seeing cash signs. So now it's like, okay, let me make up a story because this person is lit. Everybody knows who they are. They're doing well in their career. I know I can make a name for myself as well out of this and play the victim. So let me just accuse this person, accuse that person, accuse that person. You know what I'm saying? Because, for instance, Noel Clark, which I have spoke about this in one of my other videos briefly, but Noel Clark got accused by, I think it was like 18 or 20 women. Like, that is absolutely crazy for that amount of women to accuse you. saying that you SA'd all of these women, for them to go and do the case, go and do their research, break down, look into things, interviewing all the women to find out that it wasn't even true. And it was agenda being pushed against him by a machine, like by what can I call it? Basically by a different entity of people for a specific reason type thing. I think that's how it went. I don't quote me, but I do remember that the allegations were all false. So that's how dangerous it is. Like, they will come for you to try and break down your career, rub out your name, tarnish your name. Because once those allegations get thrown on your name, like there's a group of people that are always gonna believe it off the rip. Because in our community, in society, it's like we're at a level where if a woman says something about a man, we've kind of been conditioned from young to just believe what they're saying, because growing up in society, like, we have pedestaled women, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're meant to be authentic and genuine and, get me, love women, take care of them. And yeah, I do hear that in it for the majority of women, like the good ones. But there is also a batch which are doing these things, and it's not nice, and it's not nice to see. Like, for instance, young Philly has been arrested and he's on a case for SA, and he's now stuck in a whole different country, Australia. Like, you can only imagine what that is doing to his mental health and all of these things, like, and how it's going to affect his career and all of these things. And that's why you have to have thick skin in this scene, in this industry that we're doing. Like, people see you get more and more attention, more and more clout. You are a target. You will become a target. And it is so sad. Noel Clark, young Philly. Now we've got the actor, what's his name? We've got the actor Michael Ward. Michael Ward has now been accused. And let me tell you something. You see, from you get accused, people are always going to attach that to your name along the line somewhere. People are always going to look at you like, you did this, you did that. Even if it comes out you're guilty, that's never going to be forgotten now. Especially where you're in your career, where everybody knows who you are. So now, young Philly, they're always going to know him for that. Michael Wood, they're always going to attach it to your name. Not know you for that, I should say. They're always going to attach that to your name somewhere along the line. Someone will pop up and say that, oh, young Philly was this. Michael Wood, oh, Michael Wood was that. Noel Clark, oh, Noel Clark was that. You know what I'm saying? And it happens. It happens so much of the time. And the reason why a lot of women at times, the ones that do these things, not the rest of you lot, like the ones that do these things, feel so comfortable coming out and doing it, is because once they do these type of things and it comes out that it's false and it's not true, they don't get any punishment for it. You know what I'm saying? They don't serve any type of jail time or whatever it is, get fined thousands of pounds, and they you know what I'm saying? So because there hasn't been no backlash for them, they don't have to deal with no consequences of it. It's just like, oh, it was false, and then everyone kind of just moves on and forgets about it and goes on with their lives. That's why a lot of the time it's like, okay, they don't mind taking that route, because, oh, what's going to happen to me? What, in history, women that have said that and nothing, and it's turned out that it was false. What happened to the women? What is the stories that's happened to the women? And that's why I'm saying, men, you have to be very, very careful. And I have a clip here that I want to play, because I saw this clip online and I said, this is very, very deep, because even Brittany Renner went online to openly just say, yeah, just like, even if you want to have 18 years of financial freedom, just get one of these athletes. They're all dumb, and it's looked at in the same way, if it's not a baby, accuse them or something. I'm going to play the clip so you can see what was actually said and you can have an understanding.
So the basic thing is 2025, Shannon Sharp is being taken down because he's messing with a young girl beyond his young age limit. Number two, it is a white woman, so they always have that card. Their cousin is normally a police officer. Their uncle, a judge. Their grandfather, some high-ranking official. They can always pull that card and take you down no matter how high you go. First thing you need to understand is if you're going to go into that system, just be mindful, no matter what she says, no matter how comfortable she makes you think she is with you. Keep your receipts and record if that's the lifestyle you want to live. If that's where you're going, then you need to protect yourself. The reality is you should not go in that direction. Should not go in that direction.
Should not go in that direction.
Now, on the other end, there are a lot of black women who do the same thing nowadays that a lot of white women do. So this is the reason why I said the feminism circumstance is not equal. But there are a lot of them who do these things because they have been removed from their name, language, culture, religion, God. They don't know who the hell they are. And so they're taking on the identity of who they think is the winner. The white woman has been looked at as the winner. So they take on that mentality, those actions, those behaviors. Right now, it is a competition to see how many people can get with a man, lie on a man, sue the man, and get a paycheck. That's a new job description for a lot of women nowadays. A lot of people don't want to work, so a lot of women now have literally looked at how can I get with a man with a lot of money, make it seem as though everything that he's saying is cool, I love him, I'm comfortable with him, and then just lie on him, say he raped me, sue him, and get a lot of money. Quick come up or get a baby, because that's the old school tactic. That's 18 years of free rent, free everything, boom. It's very sick. Now, I don't like having to say this, but this is the truth. Brittany Renner said that. She outlined it very clearly. She said, well, if y'all want to just have 18 years of just free everything, get with one of these dumb athletes and get pregnant by them. This is what she said.
The worst people to deal with are the athletes. None of them use condoms, really. So if y'all really want to try to come up off a check off a man, I mean, you could just fuck an athlete. They're really dumb.
She said it out loud. It is a business now. The problem is, if you a big black man who became successful like our brother, be careful, because a lot of them are placed around you and you think that you are above the system. You will always be checked by them. That was a play from the beginning. What the hell is wrong with you being with a white woman, and particularly between the age of 19 and 25? And you're up in your 50s. No, I mean, like, realistically, what are you doing? Know the rules of the game you're playing. This is 2025. Everything's recorded, number one. Number two, lawsuits being tossed out here like candy. Be mindful. Number three, protect yourself. If you live in this janky type of lifestyle, frivolous, where you have no discipline, you want to have sex with everybody, promiscuous, okay, you have something called NDAs, non-disclosure agreements. That's what people do. Protect yourself. If you want to be this stupid, and I'm saying it just like this because you're a mark, these Negroes are targeted and they're open to be targeted. They make themselves targeted. The Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad said, in the last days, it is our righteousness that will sustain us. Meaning, if your discipline is not on point and in check, you will not be able to see the agents, the snakes in the field. You won't be able to see them because you're so caught up in the nostalgia. I feel so good. Oh, I'm feeling good. I'm successful and all that. And they just sitting there like, I'm about to take this nigga down. You don't even know.
And that is how reckless it is. That is how reckless it is outside. Like, you have to be careful. You have to be careful. You know what I'm saying? Because some people don't recover from these things. There's been accusations that has been made in the past on people and stuff, and narratives get painted, and it just affects their minds, their mental health. You know what I'm saying? And it's like some people don't recover from it. And it's sad that that's the world we live in. That's the community. That's why you have to have thick skin, trust in God, and know that no weapon formed against you shall prosper. No enemy, no lie formed against you shall prosper. You know what I'm saying? Because it can happen to anyone. Anyone. You know what I'm saying? It may be a woman that you may have spoke to 15 years ago. You're getting on with your life. Everything was cool at the time. But now it's like, this guy is this guy is that. He's lit. I'm seeing him all the time on my timeline. He's viral on the internet. All right, let me just make a quick do it. And then when it comes out later, it's not true. You're still going to be known as a woman who done it. And now you've got to follow him because people wanted to follow you to hear your story, to see these things. And then it's like you've kind of built a lane from it. But it's sad that that's the avenue that had to be taken. You know what I'm saying? And that's just a percentage of women. That's not all women, because there is loads of good women out there. So men, you just have to decipher and take your time, pray to God, ask for discernment so you can find yourself a good woman and just be with the good woman, sit down with a good woman, build a life with a good woman. You know what I'm saying? So that you can just elevate, because a good woman by your side is always a bonus. You know what I'm saying? You can't just be out here being scatty, every woman, rare tear, because your energy, you know what I'm saying? Like the divineness, you know what I'm saying? You're allowing yourself to be out in the fields with the vultures, and you will get devoured. So you have to be careful. You know what I'm saying? But with that being said, like, once again, man, them, be careful. You know what I'm saying? All of those that have been accused innocent until proven guilty, until evidence and facts comes out. And if it does turn out that it is true and whatever, because don't get it wrong, not every man is innocent. You know what I'm saying? And if you're not, you need to be dealt with accordingly. Full stop, point blank, period. You know what I'm saying? Because those are things that we just do not do in our community. We do not do. There's no room. There's no space for it. There's no acceptance for that. You know what I'm saying? If you do those things, you need to be dealt with accordingly. You know what I'm saying? But at the same speed, if it's not true, it is sad, and it makes it way more harder for the women who are actually victims and who've actually experienced these things. Because now society is looking at it like, oh, we're hearing these stories so much. I don't know if I should believe it. I don't know if I should believe it. I don't know if I should believe it. And a woman could genuinely, honestly be telling her story. But because she doesn't have no evidence and all of these things to back it up, it gets overlooked and overthrown because of the amount of times that we've heard false stories and false accusations, false narratives. So yeah, man, like, just be careful with what you're doing. Stay on point. Look after yourself. Pray to God. And with that being said, subscribe to the YouTube channel and remember one thing only: God is the greatest.
Jesus walks, them man close the mouth when I speak. I got the keys, voice of the streets.